there was intelligence that was confirmed that the victim might be in those particular premises, and delaying that, as I referred to earlier on, that kidnapping is a life and limb situation. Your first objective is to rescue the victim unharmed.
When did you acquire that intelligence that the victim may be at these premises?
It was being acquired as the days were moving towards the 6th, but specifically between the 4th and the 5th, that's when then the information or intelligence was confirmed, which then prompted us to plan that operation so as then we achieve the main objective of rescuing the victim. And if I'm not mistaken, witness C testified a lot on the specifics that we had in terms of intelligence that day.
Okay. So you confirmed the intelligence on around the 4th, 5th, and you conducted the operation on the 6th. And then what happened when you arrived?
That will bring me to the third and the last part of interference, which again, according to my view, subscribes to the defeating the ends of justice. We had confirmed, as I've said, intelligence, and we were not going to take a decision to have that operation if we did not check what we had against our standard operational procedures. Then the interference in the form of defeating the ends of justice in that second operation now comes in the interview that the team had with the subject of investigation, Mr. Matlala, who confirmed and even showed evidence that Sergeant Nkosi told me that you are coming. The first part of that was told me where the place where you were having the briefing. When we go for an operation, we'll have a staging area where we will brief, the final brief before we attend to the target. So the situation reports were going to Mr. Matlala as we are moving on with the operation. So which will be between an hour or 2 hours as we move on. So if you are given the concrete information that the team is having their briefing session in that place, and after that they are coming to your house, and then you have enough time to prepare. Hence, then when the team came, Mr. Matlala confirmed that he was expecting and waiting for them. Looking at that evidence and information.
Sorry, General Khumalo, you mentioned Officer Nkosi. I just want to confirm that that is not the same Nkosi that was giving evidence before the commission, I think yesterday. This is not the warrant officer. This is a Sergeant Nkosi.
That is correct, Commissioners. Maybe I was going to call this one witness E, if that was the case. This is a Sergeant Nkosi,
Yes.
who is a detective
Yes.
attached to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner, General Sibiya.
And this is the Sergeant Nkosi that witness C has testified about.
That's correct, Commissioner.
And is this the same Sergeant Nkosi who had the bank card of Mr. Matlala that we saw in those WhatsApp pictures?
That is correct, Commissioners.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
I should think on the interference paragraphs that are moving from 112 of my affidavit to 124, that is talking to the interference, that I am holding the view of it being the defeating the ends of justice and obstruction. It was really a bad day for the team. We are not people that are happy with a 50% out of 100%. When we do our work, prepare, and we decide to go for a takedown, we want 100%. But the way what I referred to as interference in my affidavit made us not to achieve the 100% that we always strive for, more especially at our second operation then that is related to kidnapping.
Okay, so, and you say that because of this interference by Nkosi, which defeated your operation on that day. And is this, and I need you to just take this further. I want to understand how you fit the sergeant into the picture. You've said before that he is, he's close to General Sibiya.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Why do you say that?
I say he's close, firstly, because officially he is working from his office. And there is evidence that we are still going to lead that will confirm the closeness in terms of the resources that he is utilizing, the official resources that he is utilizing to further the objectives of the cartel instead of the objectives of SAPS to investigate crime as he is expected to do. Senior Counsel touched on the...
Should we do that? I mean, you say that we will still lead. Should we just get there? Let's get to that point, the evidence that you want to lead in relation to Sergeant Nkosi.
That is correct,
Okay.
Commissioners. We can get to that evidence.
Before you do that, Ms. Asim, can I just ask a question? General, this Sergeant Nkosi, was he part of the team that would have been involved with this operation at Mr. Matlala's? Was he part of it?
Thank you, Commissioner. No, not at all. The team that is, because Sergeant Nkosi is a detective. So in this team, we have only 3 detectives, and we know them. We work with them. So there won't be the 4th one. That, as I indicated, that during our investigation, more especially during takedown, we try by all means to limit the involvement of other people, because we had invested so much on what we have collected. Now, if we are going to allow a newcomer, a foreigner, to come and have access to what we have, it might then jeopardize our chances of being successful. So he was not part of the investigation.
If he wasn't part of the investigation, how would he have known the kind of detail, for example, that you are now meeting for briefing? You're at a staging, I think you call it a staging place, and from there you are proceeding to Mr. Matlala on that day. How would he have known that information?
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner. That is the part of the investigation that we are rounding off to talk to the defeating the ends of justice. There are lots of possibilities, and we have done some eliminations so as then we can come to the final evidence that will give us exactly how was he able to get these blow-by-blow plans and activities by the team on that specific day.
Was that the fact that you are conducting the operation on the day, but also the detail of your staging? You have your meeting for a briefing at a particular place at a particular time. Was that information that was widely known within the SAPS?
Thank you, Commissioner. As I reflected earlier on, we try by all means to protect our information, especially when it comes to that stage of takedown. The information was not widely known. I indicated that the combat team that we planned and utilized for this part of operation was the Special Task Force team, 2 sections, that we had to get from other provinces other than Gauteng, because we had information and intelligence as to how resourceful the cartel is, especially within Gauteng, but still it managed then to get into this particular sergeant, and so it's part of the investigation. Started with the debriefing, checking as to where did we go wrong, what happened, and then it led us then to the investigation, where we are eliminating facts that cannot be true or be evidence, but we are moving closer to having a concrete answer, which is one of, we always say, learning curves, because when you are involved in a counterintelligence project, the first fact is you are fighting an enemy from within, other than from outside SAPS. So we are in that situation, Commissioner.
So, thank you, Commissioner Baloy. So what I'm hearing you say, General, is that this is still part of an ongoing investigation. But you do wish to put some evidence before the Commission. And the evidence that you now wish to place before the Commission is in fact evidence that has been led in camera by Officer X. And the reason why it was in camera was because it was part of an ongoing criminal investigation. Isn't that so?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And why now have you decided that, first of all, is everything that was led in camera going to be provided to the Commission openly today, or only a part?
Thank you, Commissioners. When I appeared in front of the Commissioners and I tendered the application for some of the evidence or information to be heard in camera, I did indicate that as the Commission will be continuing with its work, it might happen that they will be part of what was heard on camera, that then we might see the need now of leading that in evidence in front of the Commission in public, weighing against the disadvantages. So the part that we are going to lead today, which was part of the in-camera evidence, is the part that we feel that we have exhausted the investigation. There might be also some parts that might not form part of the evidence where we are still finalizing the investigations.
Okay, so it's not all of the evidence, it's part of it that you wish to leave today. Okay. And before we begin with that evidence, can you just tell the Commission what the general subject is that you are going to be dealing with?
Just before you go there, which file should we?
My apologies, Commissioners. It is now the file Exhibits Bundle, Part 2.
We can put away the annexures bundle for now.
Yes, you may. And Commissioners, the exhibits bundle, this is the part 2 of the exhibits bundle. And the items, there are 11 items. And they're marked CJC 22 to CJC 32. And they will be led in that sequence. General, do you have that in front of you?
Yes, I have. Yes,
You
I
do?
have.
Okay, so I think before we start, do you just want to give the, in just a sentence or two, an indication to the Commission what this evidence relates to?
Yes. Thank you, Commissioners. The evidence relates to my last part of interference that I was leading, which is around Sergeant Nkosi, that I reflected that he is attached to the office of the Deputy National Commissioner, Lieutenant General Sibiya, and the evidence will be talking to the link that has been identified through Sergeant Nkosi, that is linking the office of Lieutenant General Sibiya and the cartel, which can be easily understood if we may recall the evidence that we led on the charts where the bank card, the picture or photo of the bank card of Mr. Madlanga was found to be in possession of Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay. We'll begin with the first item then. And if I could ask for it to be projected. Sound.
Masaito.
So, thank you. So, General, what is this that we are looking at? Sorry, can you put it back up? Right.
Thank you, Commissioners. A one-liner introduction to this. I'll go back to the operation for the 6th of December. On the 6th of December, during that operation, one of our activities was to download the CCTV camera footage in the premises of Mr. Molefe, of which we did. So the CCTV footage that we are playing is the one that was confiscated and downloaded on the 6th of December. But the evidence, as per the dates, if the dates will appear on the screen, it's for the 27th of November, which was then around 5 or 6 days or less than 10 days before the 6th of December. So on the first part.
Let's just take it slowly. So this is, what we are looking at is footage from the CCTV camera at Mr. Molefe's house.
Yes, Commissioners.
And the date stamp is 27 November 2024.
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. And who is the person that we can see in the video that's exiting the white BMW?
The person that we see exiting the white BMW is a Sergeant Nkosi.
Okay, so that's...
He just arrived in the premises of Katiso Molefe on the 27th of November. So the vehicle that is projected there.
Okay, can we go back to the beginning and pause it there? Okay, so now that we've seen it, we're just going to go back to the beginning, pause it, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Commissioners. This part of the video, maybe if we can check the time, Mr. Sergeant Nkosi did not spend much time there. It was less than 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, the timestamp says 16:40, and the previous video was 16:31, so it's about 9 minutes.
Yeah. And then we noticed that when he was arriving, he did not have any bag with. So now this second video is showing, okay, maybe standing there, it's him and Mr. Katiso Molefe, who is then accompanying his visitor back to his car. And then we notice that the sergeant is now carrying a white paper bag. Unfortunately for us, it's not transparent, so as we can see what type of chocolate is in there. But he is having a bag that does not look like it's heavy, but it has got some contents. Then we'll use lots of analytical minds to check what is it that you can carry in such a carrier bag.